I wonder if you could put your WASPA cap on for a moment. I think a big problem with some of the bad publicity that mobile advertising has had is that a lot of adverts have been withdrawn, the content has been disputed. I don't know if there is a WASP in South Africa that hasn't had some kind of fine against them. But would WASPA consider putting in place an organisation or a place, I know there are adjudicators that you guys use, where advertising agencies could actually get their ads pre-approved or vetted before they went out in order to reduce the amount of complaints?
All right, a few things there. First, the whole purpose of the ADCOM, which is ADCOM, WASPA's Advertising and Marketing Committee, is to explore those exact things. The Code of Conduct currently is in version 7, so it does make accommodation for various different, I would say, more consumer protection rules. Currently, there are no guidelines. That's where the MMA would fit in. So the Mobile Marketing Association, for everybody who doesn't know, the MMA Global.co.com, myself and Rick co-chair that one. That's where we're exploring guidelines within South Africa or adopting, changing guidelines. In terms of WASPA and its regulatory function exactly, there are providers. Remember, the main concern with WASPA, where most of the concerns come from, there are two key areas that I understand where complaints come from. One is the subscription billing service and the opt-out services, where money is involved and subscription services run for 5 Rand a day or 10 Rand a day. Now, what I've done is, in working with WASPA, is traditionally that doesn't fall within a mobile advertising space. That's a billing-related issue, or mobile marketing for that matter. The second piece, which is quite important, is the spamming, the Consumer Protection Act. And currently, between the ECT and WASPA's regulation, that needs to be defined a little bit more in terms of what is the opt-out process? Is it a double opt-out? Is it a single opt-out? So those things are currently being defined. I think though MMA is more suited to guidelines and advertising, WASPA is more suited to regulatory.
We'd like to know what the process would be for when we acquire databases and they opt in to receive marketing messages. What is the legalities around that in terms of communicating to them? So if they've said yes or they've ticked, do we have to have the signatures to opt in? If they just, sign a little data card, is that sufficient? Do we have to keep them? And if we do have to keep them, how long?
The nuances and caveats involved in your own regulatory environment. So first, as long as your regulatory environments are addressed, I think the ECT Communication Act makes a provision for 2 years. So let's assume you do have a database and there is an under 18 on that database. That does not take away your responsibility and you may have supplied the database to a WASP or a mobile marketer, and we would have sent out an MMS or SMS or what have you. However, be that as it may, the responsibility is obviously still yours in terms of, because regulation says you're not meant to. Then within the opt-in, within 2 years, as long as you keep the records within opt-in, it should be fine. For the most part, consumer consent by SMS should be recorded as either yes, I want to receive SMSs or MMSs or mobile communications, A. B, you could have a system whereby you keep an audit trail in terms of a log. If somebody ticks a little tick box on a mobile site or on an online site,